Okay, so what are your plans for comeback?
Well, as I...
and then no, it's not Pittsburgh.
No, it's not Pittsburgh. I will be at Pittsburgh, and I'm really looking forward to the OG showdown. It's going to be fun. But I am coming back to the New York Pro. So there's a few reasons why I chose New York. First of all, it's because I won my pro card at Team U, which I know is NPC Universe now. I always correct people because I know that gets on your nerves.
What year was that?
2013. 2013, it was Team U.
That was the last year.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, and actually, your dad was my head judge.
Wow.
Because when I got out there, I was shocked. I was like, what is he doing in that judge seat? I was like, holy crap. So I guess Steve had to get up and go to the bathroom or something during my class. So yeah, so your dad was my head judge at that show. I won my pro card and figure there. So going back to the same venue for New York Pro. Also, I did do the New York Pro in 2016, and it was my worst show ever. Ever. That's the only show I've cried between pre-judging finals because it was so terrible. And it was all me. It was my fault. It wasn't anybody else's fault. It was mine. And so I need some redemption.
So it's been, like I said, 2018. What was the
last show that I did was Spectrum Fitness. It was the Golden State.
Okay.
Yeah. So I did Golden State. I also did Pacific USA the week before that. So those are my last two shows.
So yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a while. It's been almost 4 years total. Mm-hmm.
So what are you doing to get rid of the stage rest for posing?
Well, I practice every single day, first of all. That's the first thing. Also, I practice in places where people are watching me, like at the gym and things like that, so I know that people are actually paying attention to what I'm doing. I think that's a big part of it. I think one of the things that...
So, like, do you go through the gym and work out in your bikini and heels?
I do. Well, not my workout. Not the workout, no. That's a little dangerous. But I do walk...
I'm saying, if you want people to notice you.
Yeah, but I do walk through the gym. So I work out at the shop in Manassas. So the
shop gym, I've heard of them too.
Yeah, I've heard of them a little bit.
Heard of Skylar and that dude she's with.
That other guy, some guy. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, they're a very bodybuilding friendly gym. So I walk around, in my little thong and my heels all the time. That's where we go. I do group classes on Sundays. That's where we do them. All of that. So again, just getting in front of people and
they have a nice posing room.
They sure do. So
you're talking about the one that I was at, right?
Well, you went to Ashburn.
Okay, I've not been to the other one.
So I just moved, so I just bought a house. So I used to train at the Ashburn gym, but now I train at the Manassas gym. So the Manassas gym is their first one, and the posing room is bigger.
Okay.
Yeah, the one in Ashburn I think is actually a nicer posing room, but the one in Manassas is much, much bigger. So that's why I do my group classes there, because I can fit more girls.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So
Someday
yeah, I think
I'll get to that one.
Yeah. I mean, it's the OG gym, right?
Yes.
So yeah, it's I love training there though. It's all about environment,
right?
It's all about who you're around. It's full of bodybuilders, full of powerlifters, strongman, all of that, and it just keeps you motivated to be in there for sure. Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, do you have anything else planned after New York Pro?
Everything's going to depend on how New York Pro goes. Some of the other ones I'm looking at is Miami, Muscle Beach, Patriots is another one we're looking at. There's a bunch of them. There's one in Texas. Is it Republic? I don't remember.
Republic of Texas?
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Okay. So even if I don't compete at that one, I'm planning on going to that one regardless. So, but there's a bunch. It's just, again, going to depend on how New York actually plays out, and then we'll strategize from there.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So I'm excited.
Good. So how did you get hooked up with Jamie?
Well,
with Fit Body Fusion?
Yeah, so she actually started out by sponsoring my event that I do every year, which is Cuties Conquering the Stage. Approached me about doing that. And so she came on as our lead sponsor, and that's when I really got to know her as a person, and also her business. And I was really impressed by how she handled her business. And then at that point is when I really kind of started following the girls that she was coaching, right? And I was like, she's doing a great job. Like, you can tell that she really cares about her athletes and things like that. And she's not just throwing them on stage because she needs names on stage and all of that. So as I sat down and was like, okay, I'm going to do this whole comeback thing, I was like, first of all, I want to do macros, which I've never done before. I'd always done meal plans, old school bodybuilder stuff, and I knew she did macros. I want to do something different. If you want different results, you got to do something different.
Right.
So I wanted macros. I knew she did that. I wanted a woman, and that limits my pool quite a bit when
Right.
it comes to coaching.
Coaching, yes.
And I wanted somebody who has been in my shoes. You know, she made it to the Olympia when she was 40 and has been through this, knows what my body's going through right now, understands my mentality, my physical, everything that's going through all of this. And
Notice, Jamie, she said your age, not me. So remember that when you're training her, giving her a meal plan.
like I said, she should be damn proud of how she looks for her age, man. Like I said, there's nothing to be ashamed of with that. There's nothing to be ashamed of being 40. I love it. So I'm more confident now than I ever was even, 2-3 years ago.
Well, listen,
you know?
I'm going to be 20 years older than you.
Oh, well, I would never know. Unless you told me, which you did. And again, my husband is 16 years older than me, you know what I mean? So, and he acts like the kid in the relationship, so there's that.
What are we trying to say here, Shawn?
He tells me all the time, I'm like the mom. I'm the mom.
Yeah, but I mentioned about me,
relationship.
so you're kind of equating me with Dan.
Yeah, well, big kids. I'm just saying, but that
We
keeps
do have the same interests.
That's right, the wrestling and all of that, yep. That does keep you young, I will agree. So, I forgot where I was at. Oh yeah, with Jamie. So plus I just get along with her really well. Our personalities are very similar. She's a Virgo like me. So we understand all of that. We communicate the same way, all those kinds of things. And just her overall vibe and her message and everything that she's doing for the sport aligned with what I want to do too. So that's why I went down that road.
Oh, good, good.
Yep, and it's been a great decision because again, she's very honest. And it cracks me up, like whenever she wants to say something to me, but she'll just sit there and look at me. I'm like, come on. I'm like, I know you want to say it. I'm like, just be honest with me. What do you see? I'm like, I know I'm jiggling. Like, whatever, that kind of thing. So it's great, though. She's very good at communicating. And like I said, I mean, that's kind of how I am, too. So
You told me a funny story a couple of years ago that you picked up Jamie and some of the other Fit Body Fusion girls to drive them to your event, right?
Yeah.
And you were playing my
Yes.
Pittsburgh call-out video.
Yes,
And you were
yes.
watching the other girls in the mirror whenever I got to their
Yeah,
names.
you're
And they were
freaking
all
out.
in the car, and you
Yes.
and Jamie were up front kind of laughing about it.
Yeah, so it was, let me see, it was me and Jamie and Jasmine, and who else was in the car? Ashlyn. I think that's all of us. So yeah, it was funny because they're all sitting there on their phones cracking up, and obviously Jasmine's got that big loud laugh and everything too. So it was hilarious. It was great. It was right when you'd put that out for the call out for Pittsburgh. Yep. So it was funny.
Yeah, you said you were getting a kick out of it.
It was good.
Yeah, I know. I remember Jamie saying, she goes, I figured it out. She goes, when you land on one of the women from who their coach is,
Yeah.
she goes, the Rolodex starts rolling.
That's right. You just go off
list it.
the rest of them. Yep. Yep. Okay. You also coach her.
Right.
Yep. Real easy. Just go down the line.
Yeah. But you said it was funny watching them whenever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They were cracking me up. But they all have great personalities too. Big personalities, which is fun.
So guess who's going to be mentioned in the 2023 Pittsburgh video?
Okay, we'll see how motivated I am. I told you, I'm there regardless, so I always bring
I said
clients.
2023. I didn't say this year.
I know, but I'm there regardless. Every year I'm there, so we'll see.
We'll see for sure.
I can't tell you no, that's the problem. And that's how we all are. We can't tell you no.
Oh, I've had several tell me no. Ashley Caldwasser told me no for years.
Yeah.
And as she said, I gave her a nudge. I said, I gave you more than a nudge. I gave you a shove.
Yeah, there you go. You're doing this. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. I'm forging your signature.
Well, no, the story with that is she was winning the Olympia those 3 years, but those same 3 years she was in the Pittsburgh Pro and was taking second.
Yeah. Always.
And then she told me afterwards, she goes, I will never do the Pittsburgh Pro again.
Well,
now she's the defending champion.
Yeah, that's right. Now here's number 2 that she's doing. Again, going back to I retired. I'm never competing again. Oh, I'm back.
Yes.
That's how many of us this year? A lot of us.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, it's funny how people pick up when people are coming back and they're like, well, I don't understand how I know. I go, because of the stuff you put on your Instagram page.
Yeah.
Like when you're posing and stuff and you look like you're in shape.
Yeah.
Hello.
We can put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
And you're not doing that just to walk around your house or a hotel room like that.
Well, some people do. TMI again.
Should we just make a Dan reel here?
Yes, absolutely. Yep.
I'll just send it to him.
Oh, he'll appreciate it. Yeah. We have fun. Gotta keep marriage spicy,
This is Shawn, just so you know. This is,
Yeah, if you ever see me at a show, you'll hear my laugh over everybody else. I used to say you could see me because of my pink hair. Like at the Olympia pictures and videos and stuff, you can see me in the audience because of my pink hair. Everywhere I'm sitting, you can see me. But you can't see me anymore for the pink hair, but I am still one of the tallest people there.
Yes.
So, can't miss me.
I didn't have to worry about measuring where I
The
stood in
height,
the video.
right? Yeah, I'm in flats. I'm 5'9".
Yeah.
Well, that's the other thing too. A lot of the girls that are competing now are getting up taller over the 5'7" mark, which is nice. So that's been really good. Back when I first started in bikini, that wasn't the case. There was a bunch of Indias running around, and I'm like, hey, tall girls are ruling it now. I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's like that way in men's physique right now, too.
Yeah.
Which is kind of
Yep,
funny.
that's true. That's true. There are a lot of tall guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, is there anybody else you want to give a shout out to while we're standing here?
Well, we've given a few shout outs to my husband already, but got to thank him,
Officially.
of course. Officially, yes. If it weren't for him, I wouldn't be here. And he's like he has that wrestler mentality and everything too. So he's very all about positive affirmations and everything. So every day he tells me that, my name for him is Shawn Hektor-Lewis, Olympia athlete. Like that's what he says every day to me, just continuing to give that positive motivation and all that. So if it weren't for him, I wouldn't be here. So I absolutely have to say thank you to him. Of course, my coach as well, all of my cuties, all of my girls, and just the NPC and IFBB in general. Because like I was saying at the beginning of this, the reason why I'm back is because through everything and through all the crap our world went through over the last couple of years, this organization stood tall. And that really, again, resounds with me. And that's kind of how I live my life.
Well, we kept going through the year, and we were literally waiting for the other shoe to drop, and it never did.
Yeah.
By December, when we had shoved everything back, like even the USA was one of the biggest USAs that we've had in years. Yeah. In the pandemic. It just, the numbers just kept going up and up.
That's right. Well, same thing with me. Like I did my cuties con from the stage that January, and that's when all those restrictions started hitting. And even in Virginia, they were like, you can only have 10 people gathered at one time. Like, how am I going to run an event with 10 people? And like our event coordinators worked everything out so that we weren't busting through any restriction code problems. The shop, we held our actual seminars in the gym because gyms were the one place that didn't have those restrictions. Right. So it was like, we pushed through all of that. And again, that's the bodybuilder mentality right there. Right. Never say die, right? So, it's been, these last couple of years have been very transformative in more ways than one. So, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, good. I will be at New York Pro, so I will see you there. Of course, I'll see you at the Pittsburgh Pro.
Of course, I'll be there as well. Yep.
So, looking forward to seeing your comeback.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing it.
Good.
I'm ready. Well, kind of. I've got a few more weeks.
then hopefully we'll see you on the Olympia stage in December.
Yeah, not hopefully. I'm going to get there.
Okay.
Done. Put it in the books.
That's it.
Yes.
Well, that's what I say to people. I always say, there has to be an end game.
That's right. Well, if you don't believe it, how are you going to expect the judges to?
True.
You got to believe it first.
Absolutely.
You got to believe it right here first. Otherwise, I never will.
Exactly. All right. So, J.M. Manion.
Shawn Hektor-Lewis.
Signing out for NPCNewsOnline.com.
Boom.